that, I just want to give a quick shout out to Shannon Hollingworth, who is a big time member of the CCC community. For those of you that do not know what that is, it is the Canucks or Clay's Canucks community. Canuck Clay, who's a big time YouTuber and a real good friend of mine as well. She's a part of that community. She's also part of the Rev Trev community as well, also known as Campner Canucks. So and today is her birthday. So I want to give a big shout out to Shannon Hollingworth. Happy birthday, Shannon. I hope you have an incredible birthday today. And, that stream last night on Clay's channel, that what you said was, I felt it here. I felt it right here. That was absolutely beautiful what you said. And thank you very much for saying that. And once again, a very happy birthday to you. So let's talk about the PWHL and PWHL Vancouver in particular, as we're going to go over 5 players that PWHL Vancouver should target in this exclusive signing window. I believe they can only sign 5 or 8 players in this exclusive window. Only them and Seattle have this chance to sign these players who have gone unprotected in this exclusive signing, as well as the expansion draft, which will be on Monday, I believe. So let's go ahead and actually, you know what? Before we dive into it, I'm going to thank my sponsor, Gassy Jack Art. So we're going to do that first, and then we're going to dive right into it. So as I mentioned, big thank you to the sponsor of this video, Gassy Jack Art. For those of you unfamiliar with Gassy Jack Art produces hockey prints on archival paper and canvas that have been rated to last over 100 years. Their product range features a variety of players from different teams, including the Edmonton Oilers, who happens to be Shannon's favorite team, Montreal Canadiens, Toronto Maple Leafs, Calgary Flames, Colorado Avalanche, and your Vancouver Canucks, and more. They also do not just hockey prints. They do, prints that aren't hockey related as well. Right now, they have an end of season sale going on where you can buy 2 prints for the price of 2. Yeah, you heard me correctly. You can get 4 prints and you're only paying for 2 of them. You get 2 of them for free. So go ahead, check him out. Gassy Jack Art. You can find him at gassyjackart.com. You can also find him in my description down below. Go ahead and check him out. He's also on Instagram if you guys want to check that out. So go ahead and get yourself some prints from Gassy Jack Art. Trust me, you're not going to regret it. I have 4 prints. I'm currently expecting 4 more, so I'm very much looking forward to getting those 4 prints. But once again, go ahead and check out Gassy Jack Art and get yourself your own prints today. So moving on to our topic in this video, we're talking about 5 players who PWHL Vancouver can target. Now, I will admit some of these targets are already off the board, so I'll let you know which ones they are. And let's just go ahead and dive right into this. This article, of course, is coming to us from our friends at Canucks Army, Dylan Nazareth to be exact. And it goes as follows. Things are heating up for the PWHL's 2 newest West Coast franchises. Player protection lists were officially locked in on Tuesday morning, with the original 6 teams picking 3 players who the 2 new expansion franchises cannot take. Sorry, guys, just got to hydrate a little bit. But with deep rosters across the league, that has left a whole lot of top talent unprotected. Before next Monday, so it is next Monday, is full expansion draft, Vancouver and Seattle now have an exclusive window that begins early Wednesday and runs until Sunday afternoon. They can sign up to 5 players who are either free agents or unprotected by their current team. This gives Vancouver's new GM, Cara Gardner-Moray, an opportunity to poach big names that PWHL Seattle may be chasing, while also giving players a chance to negotiate their way to their preferred destination. Here are 5 players GM Gardner-Moray and PWHL Vancouver should target this week during their exclusive signing window. First up, we have Hannah Miller. forward from the Toronto Sabres. Signing Miller would be an absolute home run to kick things off for Gardner Murray. Not only would it be a homecoming for the North Vancouver-born skater, but she's also coming off a breakthrough season in Toronto, finishing tied for 5th in points this season with 24 across 29 games played. Miller boasts strong special team numbers, leading the league with 13 power play points. The 29-year-old hit free agency this summer, meaning she can be signed in Vancouver's exclusive window, but not taken in the expansion draft. If there's anyone primed to grab one of Vancouver's bigger, longer contracts, it's Miller, who would no doubt quickly become a hometown favorite. Next up is Jennifer Gardner, a forward from Montreal Victor. Taking Montreal's 2024 second-round pick would be a big steal for PWHL Vancouver. She had 5 goals and 18 points in her rookie year, quickly becoming part of one of hockey's most feared lines, alongside Mary Philippe Poulin and Laura Stacey. Hailing from Surrey, BC, Gardner is a hometown skater who has expressed interest in playing in her native province, and at just 23 years old, she is one of the younger names Vancouver should be chasing, with a chance to lock down a possible franchise player. Moving on to Claire Thompson, a defensewoman from Minnesota Frost. And actually, for those of you that are not aware, PWHL Vancouver has already claimed Claire Thompson. They announced her as their first signing. So she is officially signed to PWHL Vancouver. They posted a video on their X account highlighting Claire Thompson, and Claire Thompson herself actually did a video as well. So this one has come true for the PWHL Vancouver. She has officially signed, but let's talk a little bit about her. In building a strong blue line, look no further than 27-year-old Claire Thompson. The Canadian defender was selected 3rd overall by the Minnesota Frost in last year's PWHL entry draft, and went on to finish 3rd in points amongst all defenders in the league. This year, with 18 and 30 games played, a nominee for Defender of the Year, she was a key part of the blue line that helped lead the Frost to their 2nd Walter Cup. She also holds the record for most points in an Olympic tournament for a defender, earning 13 with Team Canada en route to a gold medal performance in 2022. Thompson also played under Gardner Murray at Princeton from 2016 to 2020, placing her squarely on the radar of Vancouver's GM. She was a key part of the school's record-breaking 2019-2020 team and finished her college career with 87 points in 128 games played. Moving on to Erin Ambrose, a defensewoman also from Montreal Victor, much like Gardner is. Ambrose being left unprotected is yet another testament to the depth of some of the league's rosters. Taken in the first round of the 2023 draft by Montreal, the 31-year-old blue liner was named PWHL Defender of the Year in 2023 and is considered to be one of the top shutdown defenders in the league. While her offensive production recently hasn't quite shown what she's capable of, held without a goal this season, her hockey IQ and leadership make her an easy pick for Vancouver. The Ontario native is likely most interested in staying in Canada if she has any say in her fate. Next up, we have Sarah Nurse, forward from, it said the New York Sirens, but this past season, she played for the Toronto Sabres, and it's been reported, not confirmed, but reported that PWHL Vancouver has in fact signed Sarah Nurse. They picked her as well, although as I mentioned, it just hasn't been officially confirmed yet. There's a report out there from Daily Faceoff has reported on this. A bunch of other places have reported on this, so don't be surprised if you wake up or if you've either before you see this video or, it could be announced, in the morning or sometime today. Despite dealing with some injury issues this year, Sarah Nurse would be a huge addition for Vancouver. The 30-year-old is fast with the puck, a skilled goal scorer and playmaker, and a beloved personality in Canadian hockey overall. It's not hard to imagine her being the face of Vancouver's new franchise if they are able to lock her down this week, which, as I mentioned, reportedly they have. And I could actually see her being the first captain. I would not be surprised if that was the case. Heading into an Olympic year, Nurse will be driven to play her best hockey this season, as she'll try and top her tournament-leading 18 points from the 2022 Olympics. She assisted on the game-winning goal to earn the Canadian women yet another gold medal. Of course, a player of her caliber may also demand a bigger contract, and Vancouver must consider the cap as well. Let's take a look at some honorable mentions. One being Hillary Knight, forward for Boston Fleet. Now, Hillary Knight, from my understanding, was selected by Seattle. So she is already off the board. So Seattle has gone ahead and picked Hillary Knight, which is a big move for PWHL Seattle. The all-time leading scorer in women's hockey, fans in Boston were shocked to see their captain left unprotected. While she's still producing as one of the top goal scorers in the league, there's speculation that the 35-year-old American is most interested in joining PWHL to lead the charge for the U.S.'s newest team. Another one is Teresa Vanasova, forward from the Ottawa Charge. Now a free agent, Vanasova finished second in goals in the league last year and led Ottawa with 22 points. The 29-year-old is a dynamic physical attacker who would be an exciting addition to Vancouver's top six. Moving on to Kayla Barnes, a defensewoman from Montreal Victor. Hailing from California, Barnes may be looking to get closer to home, and the 26-year-old highly skilled skater would be a steal for whatever team can land her. Another one is Corinne Schroeder, a goalie from the New York Sirens. Goalies may be a lower priority for expansion teams with a number of strong options to pick from in the expansion draft, but Schroeder is one to keep an eye on, considered to be one of the top young goalies in the world. The 25-year-old may already be in touch with Seattle GM Megan Turner. The two spent time together at Quinnipiac University as a Manitoba native, but don't count out a return to Canada for the star netminder. Now, I know I said 5, and, not including the honorable mentions, but there is one name on here that is missing from both the 5 and the honorable mentions that I would like to see PWHL Vancouver go out and get. Now, on that note, PWHL Vancouver didn't just sign Claire Thompson; they also signed Sophie Jacques from from the Minnesota Frost as well. So they got another defensewoman, very high caliber defensewoman from the Minnesota Frost. It also looks like that PWHL Vancouver has also signed a goalie in the expansion draft. It says right here, coming from Daily Faceoff, it says PWHL Vancouver signs Emirates Mashmeyer. Let me quickly open that and go ahead and talk a little bit about that too. Says here, Van City is looking like a force already, according to multiple reports. PWHL Vancouver has signed goaltender Emirates Mashmeyer. She was made available to Vancouver during their exclusive signing period, during which they and Seattle have the first crack at signing players. Mashmeyer just finished the second season of her 3-year contract that she signed with the Ottawa Charge at the beginning of the league's existence. She was the unanimous number 1 goalie during the team's inaugural season, with the same narrative taking place at the start of year 2. However, rookie netminder Gwyneth Phillips started to earn confidence from head coach Carla McLeod, with Mashmeyer going down with a season-ending injury in March. Phillips took the reins and never looked back. Phillips took Ottawa to the PWHL final, ultimately losing to the Minnesota Frost. Phillips earned the Atlanta Claus Playoff MVP award as a result of her performance. That led the Charge electing to protect Phillips over Mashmeyer, also keeping forward Emily Clark and defender Ranja Savolainen. In 2 seasons in Ottawa, Mashmeyer had a record of 15, 16, and 6 with a 2.42 goals against average and a .914 save percentage and 2 shutouts. Vancouver has a pretty stacked lineup. Despite only having a few players signed, they broke the ice by signing defenders Claire Thompson and Sophie Jacques, as I mentioned, from the Frost before making another splash by bringing former Toronto Scepters forward Sarah Nurse. Again, that's been reported. Nothing's really been confirmed yet. General Manager Cara Gardner-Moray hit the phones quickly and made it known that she means business. With 4 signings, Vancouver is only permitted to sign 1 more player before the signing period ends on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern. With former Charge teammate Daniel Serdachny being signed by PWHL Seattle, the Charge gets to protect another player per the PWHL's expansion rules. The team has yet to announce its decision. But as I mentioned, that there was another name that I think PWHL should sign during this exclusive signing window. And as I mentioned, she was not mentioned in that article, but I'm going to go ahead and look her up real quick. Maybe we can look at some of her stats as well. But the name I'm talking about is Natalie Spooner, who is also plays for the Toronto Scepters. Let me just pull her stats up real quick. She's a forward, shoots right, 34 years old. And let me see if I can find her stats. There you go. Just wait for it to load. She's from Scarborough, Ontario, Canada. Let me see here. Down. There we go. Toronto Scepters. So she only had so her first season with PWHL Vancouver, she played 24 games, had 27 points, 20 goals, 7 assists, and 3 games in the playoffs with only 2 points. And then the past season, she only played 14 games and only had 5 points, 4 games in the playoffs, and had kind of looks like she may have been injured this past season, but I've heard her name a lot when it comes to, the PWHL. So that's one reason why I would like PWHL Vancouver to go out and get Natalie Spooner. Obviously, she has some chemistry with Sarah Nurse, having played on the same team. And I just think it would be a good option for PWHL Vancouver to go out and get her. And yeah, so that's 5, or technically 6 if you count Spooner as well, players that PWHL Vancouver can go out and get during this exclusive signing window. But I want to know from you guys. Let me know in the comment section down below who you guys think the final pick that PWHL Vancouver should go out and get. For all we know, by the time this comes out, they may have already picked that person. Yes, they have until Sunday to do it, but this will probably come out just sometime after 12 o'clock noon today. So by then they may have already made that decision. But at the end of the day, let me know in the comment section down below who you guys think that they should pick with that last pick, and who do you guys also think they might pick in the expansion draft as well. Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, if you guys like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to stay up to date on all your Canucks content, whether that's Vancouver Canucks or the Abbotsford Canucks, and of course, maybe some PWHL stuff as we get closer to the inaugural season for PWHL Vancouver, be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you don't miss a single video. You can find us on social media. You can find us on Facebook, just search The Line Change and you can find our Facebook page. You can find us on Instagram at The Line Change. You can find us on X at Line Change Van. You can also find us on TikTok at the.line.change.po. Feel free to follow us on all of our social media platforms. And if you prefer a audio version of this podcast, you can find us on both Spotify and Apple Podcasts. With Spotify, feel free to give us a follow, as well as rate and review us on either platform. It is, of course, greatly appreciated, as I always mention. But that's going to do it for me. Thanks again for watching. And once again, a very happy birthday to Shannon Hollingworth. And I'll see you guys in the next video.